Hello boys and girls, hoping that you guys are all staying safe and sane as unfortunately this quarantine continues. I am definitely missing you all. Today I have a really fun activity. This is in conjunction with My Fox Ate My Homework by David Blaze. This is activity number 3 and the final activity for this week, or for this book. We are going to be making Grandma Rita's rotten eggs. We're going to find out why these people don't want to buy Grandma Rita's eggs from Old Nelly the chicken. We are going to be making a bouncy egg. So if you are interested in finding out how to make a bouncy egg, then just keep watching. So you'll need 1 egg, a container, white vinegar enough to cover the whole egg, and then if you have it available, food coloring. All right, so our egg has been in this vinegar concoction for about 24 hours now. And as you can see, there are, let me grab my chopstick. There are little chunks like this, and that is just a layer of the shell that is dissolving in this vinegar mixture. Whoa. And you can also see that there are bubbles forming around the egg as well. And that's just a chemical in the vinegar being attracted to the eggshell and breaking down a layer of the eggshell. So what we're going to do now is, I have a small bowl with water because we're going to try and just clean up the egg. And then I also brought out some gloves so that since we did use food coloring, I didn't want my hands to be stained. And then I also have a small plate for later to show you guys, and I'll tell you guys why I have a plate, and then a paper towel. I also laid out some parchment paper to make sure that you guys have a clean surface. All right, so let's take this out. I'm gonna take out our egg, and already you can tell like that it's bouncy. It feels like a hard-boiled egg. So what I'm doing here is just cleaning up the egg so that we're getting rid of the last remaining parts of the shell. It feels so weird. As you can tell already, as I'm gently rubbing the outer layer of the egg, that you can see, I don't know if you guys can see, that it's a bit transparent. I think that will be okay. Whoa. Mom, look at this, come here. Look at this egg. So I left it in vinegar for 24 hours. And this is what happens. The chemical reaction from the vinegar, there's like a chemical in the vinegar that breaks down a chemical in the shell of the egg.
How about the inside?
So the inside is yolk still. It's still liquid. There's just this thin layer. There's this thin layer that's keeping the egg together. So if you bounce it too high, then it will break.
Is it soft?
Yeah, feel.
Oh.
Weird, huh?
Nawala yung ano niya? Yung shell?
Yeah, the shell disappeared. This is like the last remaining parts of the shell, and see, look, it bounces.
Oh, wow.
Cool, huh? Okay, so I was able to remove the remaining particles of the eggshell, and as you can see, it's all sunk into the bottom of this bowl full of water. And also, by the way, food dye free, stain free. And I have this plate here that I'm going to show you guys how the egg bounces. As you can see, I kind of already played around with it. So this this that you have right here is a thin film that holds the remaining parts of the egg. So everything inside of this is still the same egg. It's still liquid in there. So you need to be very gentle when handling this bouncy egg. So that's why I have this plate here to show you guys that it actually does bounce, but you want to make sure that you're not bouncing it from too far up, because if you do bounce it from too far up, it will just break and splatter. So I'm going to show you guys. Isn't that so cool? It is hard to see the yolk in here, but if it was without food coloring, I think that you'd be able to see the yolk and you'd be able to see it moving around and whatnot. So I'm going to show you guys that if you open it up and it breaks, that's what happens. And then you can see that there is this thin film that's surrounding it, and everything inside, the contents inside, is still the egg. All right, super cool, right? All right, I hope you guys had fun. That was so cool. I even brought my mom along and showed her what I made, so that was super cool. Make sure that you guys are treating these eggs as if it's a water balloon, because you know those water balloons are precious. So one little thing and it can explode like it did to me. You can also leave your egg for more than 24 hours. The egg actually absorbs the vinegar, so it can get larger. I'm not exactly sure how large it can get or if it'll all of a sudden explode, but just keep that in mind. All right, I hope you guys had fun, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.